beautiful people, it is your girl Cecilia. Welcome back to my channel. This is, I guess, kind of a celebration to me for happy 21st birthday. I made myself a margarita. It's literally just salsa and luchador lime margarita mix because I am a broke bitch. And wow, I put a little too much tequila in this. In honor of my birthday, me turning 21, which happened like 2 weeks ago, but you know, we're celebrating again, I guess. And I wanted to show you guys my birthday book haul. Basically the books I have acquired since around my birthday time. Most of these I did not buy. Some I did, some I got as gifts from friends. This video is going to be split up into 3 parts. It's going to be old antique books, books from friends, and other books. I guess I'll leave the old antique books for last just in case people don't care about those, but you know, we'll see. I got this book from the lovely Haley Marie. If you guys don't subscribe to her channel, please do. I will leave her channel down below. She is amazing. I've been friends with her for a couple months now, at least since 2018, and I love her content. I love her channel, and she actually, we're cool. I don't know. I love her so much. And she knew my birthday was coming up, and so she said, yo, send me the Amazon wish list. So I did, and she got me Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. I am so excited to read this book, and I'm so happy she gave this to me. This book has been so hyped lately, everywhere on book Twitter, on booktube, and I'm excited to give into the hype because I have a feeling I'm going to love this. I just know it. Now, this book was kind of a gift. It was actually a giveaway win, but I'm going to include it in this gift section. And I actually got this. It was part of Sailor Moon-a-thon giveaway, which I was so happy I was able to get this book because of it. The winning was a $20 gift, like, credit basically to Book Depository. So with that, I chose a book that I read, I think either a month or 2 ago, that I fell in love with, and I really wanted the UK edition. Like I was saying, I was talking about this beautiful book. I read this, I want to say I think I read this in May, and I gave this 5 stars. I think I'm bumping it down to 4.5 because in my mind, I don't know if it's exactly a 5-star read, but I still really freaking loved it. And I'm so excited that I now have this edition because it's so much prettier than the US edition. Fuck the US edition. So I actually got a couple of books from my dad and his girlfriend. I don't know where 2 of the books are, but they are like crime mystery novels. I'm going to put them up on the screen, but again, thank you, Dad, and I'm really excited about these books. I'm going to read them. Maybe I'll do them in like a 24-hour readathon. I'll see how that goes. But the other book that I do have here, which is a behemoth of a book, is Romancing the Vampire from Past to Present by David Scull. Now this book, it's falling apart, but it's basically kind of a history book. You know, like those playbooks you kind of see that are like $40? They're like one of those, but it all talks about like the history of the vampire in media. And it has my most beautiful vampire man in it. Let me show you. Got a whole section for Lestat. Like, come on, guys. And there is a section for Twilight, so come on here, you know. There is a whole... Where's that booklet that I saw? There's also like a whole booklet for Lestat, like We Stand. But I'm really excited about this. I think this is going to be a really interesting book for me to read. Probably when I'm just in the mood for a nice, like, vampire read. I might save this for Halloween and maybe just do, like, a whole, like... I'm going to call it maybe, like, a supernatural thing because I really love mythical beings. Like, you know what I mean? Like, those kind of typical spooky mythical beings. So I think that this would be an awesome book to read during that time. Come on, get in the goddamn sleep. Now, those are all the books I was gifted. So I'm going to go into what I bought / what maybe my mom bought for me. So there's a couple books. I went to a, right before I left, my local library here had a library book sale. And I bought a shit ton of books. Okay, not a shit ton, it's like 8, 7-ish. But I wanted to show them off to you guys because I don't do book hauls very often, so I figured I'd put everything in one video. So one of the things I got was Queen of Hearts by Colleen Oakes. I've seen these books occasionally around, and I personally really like Alice in Wonderland retellings, and I heard that this one is more dark, and my ass loves some dark shit, so I'm really happy and excited about this one. Next one I picked up was Oh Africa by Andrew Lewis Cone. This cover and this end page kind of gripped me. And I know that this is about filmmaking and documentary filmmaking, specifically in Africa. And that is some of my favorite shit. I love documentary films, and I would love to read a book centered about that kind of stuff, so I'm really excited about this one as well. Next one is Roar by Cora Carmack. I actually heard this is a pretty good fantasy book, and I remember seeing it when it came out, and I feel like I didn't hear very much about it, but I'm curious to see if I'm gonna like this one, so we'll see about that. Margarita break. Next, I bought a bunch of graphic novels, so I'm gonna show you these off to you guys. I bought the Avatar: The Last Airbender, North and South Part 1. I know that there's like a specific way that you should read the graphic novel series, and I eventually want to own all of them, but I figured might as well grab the first one when this was literally 50 cents, so might as freaking well. Then I bought Star Wars Skywalker Strikes, Volume 1. Yeah, Volume 1. And I love Star Wars, and I have not actually read a Star Wars comic. I've read Star Wars books, but not comics, so I'm excited to see if I like this. And the art style is very pretty, so I'm into it. Then I bought The Amazing Spider-Man Worldwide, Volume 1 and 3. Did I buy 1 and 3? Who the fuck buys 1 and 3? I don't know. I did. But again, I love Spider-Man, and this looks pretty interesting. At least the art style is nice and pretty. Again, I am a hoe for a pretty art style, so I'm excited about these ones as well. Another book I bought at Half Price Books just on a whim. I got What is the What am I okay? What is the What by Dave Eggers. I know that this is a book about, I believe it's a biography about one of the Lost Boy refugees in the Sudan War, and I am fascinated about that era, about that time period. I've steadily been learning more about the Sudan War, and I would love to learn more about it, and I think that this is a good book for me to learn about that. I read the first about 10 pages, and I'm into the writing style. It's very unique, so I'm curious to see how I like this one. Next book I bought myself because I was sad inside, so I figured I'd buy it, and I've been wanting to read this book for a while now, and I'm really excited that I bought it. I bought Final Draft by Riley Redgate. The reason why I bought this book is because I heard it has on the page pansexual representation, and a bitch needs that in her life. I've not actually read a book with pansexual representation in it, so I have a feeling I'm going to really love this book. And this cover is adorable. And so I'm excited about this, and I want to read this very, very soon. Here's 3 random books. This one I bought when I was in San Diego, and that is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. This is the one with the red sprayed pages, and I got this for $10. $10. This one actually matches my Six of Crows copy, so that's why I figured I might as well buy it. I still have not read Six of Crows, but you know, we have the matching copies, so it's fine. These 2 books my mom actually just bought for me the other day, and I figured I'd show you guys. The first one is The Hamilton Affair, a novel by Elizabeth Cobbs. I did not spend $14. My mom spent like $1 on it because it was 90% off. And she knew that I liked Alexander Hamilton in the Hamilton movie, so she figured she would get me the book so I can learn more about Hamilton, I guess. So I'm curious to see if I like this one. And next one, because my mom knows I love history, is, ooh, upside down, Fatal Throne, The Wives of Henry VIII Tell All. So what I'm reading is that there's a cast of characters, but each character is written by a different author. So it's technically by Candace Fleming, M.T. Anderson, Stephanie Hemphill, Lisa Ann Sandel, Jennifer Donnelly, Linda Sue Parkson, and Deborah Hopkin. So each perspective is written by a different author, it looks like, and that sounds really interesting. I'm curious to see how they're woven in, and I don't actually know a lot about the different wives of Henry VIII, so I'm curious to see how I like this book. So those were all those. Now I want to go into more vintage collectible books. So my grandma, bless her freaking heart, my great-grandma, we were very close, and she died in March of 2018. So we have been getting her house prepped and ready to sell, and she has a bunch of these old books. And since my mom is the executor of her will, I think that's how you pronounce it, executor. Going with it. Of her will, basically, you have to kind of go through her in case you want to take anything from the house. So I asked if I can have a couple of her books, and my mom said take as many as you want. So I took 11 and flew them from California to Texas. So I wanted to show you the ones that I got, and because I think it's interesting. Now this one's kind of a gag book because I very much know, based on my grandma, my great grandma, that she did not buy this book for herself, but I think her mom did. So my great grandma, because she was more traditional, while my great grandma was like fuck these hoes kind of person. So I got Except They Be Agreed by Mark E. Peterson. So this is a book written long ass time ago, and it talks about, let me read you the description. It's a short, frank discussion on the dangers of marrying outside of the church and is based on the experiences and studies of men of all faiths. Sorry. So it's basically just talking about how sinful marrying out of the church is, and I think that's freaking hilarious. So I took it just to laugh at it. I don't know why. Just to laugh. Just to freaking laugh. Next I have is a poetry collection. It is Byron's Poems. And this book came out in 1888. It is super freaking old, and there are just a bunch of poems inside, and I would love to go through and read them. But I think this is adorable. Adorable copy. Another one is Poems of Passion. So this one is about, just again, poems of passion, like love poems, sex poems, friendship after love poems, just lovey-dovey kind of poems. So more poetry. Now there are a bunch of books from this one specific author. I think this was like my grandma's favorite author, it looks like. They're all by Mary Laswell. So I have High Time, One on the House, Suds in Your Eye, Let's Go for Broke, which is a mood, Tuner Scooney, and I think that's it. So there's 5 of them in this book, and it looks like this is kind of like I guess like a Nancy Drew kind of situation, but before Nancy Drew. But these books are old. This one is 1953, so they are very old, and I'm curious. I would like to go through and at least read one of them and see how I enjoy it. Next one I grabbed because I thought it was just going to be interesting. It is Spoken Norwegian, and it's basically just teaches you how to speak Norwegian. Now I know that our distant ancestors from my mom's side of the family, some are from Norway and Wales, and I know that we do have family up there, and I know that at some point my great grandma went and visited Norway and met some of that family. So I feel like she probably bought this book in order to read or to understand some of what the fuck they were saying. And I'm curious, maybe I'll learn Norwegian by the end of the year. Maybe I'll go through it and try to read some. But also this might be an out-of-date edition because this came out, this was copyrighted in 1947, so I might be off by a little bit. But you know, I'll know some old-time Norwegian. Next one is My Lady of the Chimney Corner by Alexander Irvine. I don't know what this one is. And the last one is another poetry book. It is Tennyson's Poems Illustrated. This one I think also came out in about 1988. So it is illustrated. And if you go to certain poems, like this one has Napoleon on it. And yeah, these are old. These are old. This is my book haul, and then the rest are down here. Let me know if I should get to any of these books at like any particular time. I was just really into, I'm excited about these. So I guess that's it for today, guys. I will see you in another video. Goodbye.